Special dedication this episode. Today's show is going out to a good friend of mine. Kyat, this show is for you. Now, I think I mentioned last week that Bill and I took a ride out to Harana Market out in Woodstock, Filipino grocery and deli. We had a fantastic lunch. I picked up a bunch of groceries. So I came home I needed some new Lee Kum Kee oyster sauce. I ran out of that. I'm happy to have a brand new full jar. And I picked up several other things, some katsuobushi for miso soup, for making dashi, and most importantly, these Bihon rice sticks. So today's episode, now, Bill and I both we split an order of lumpia, and they come 3 lumpia, and she threw in a 4th one. So we had 2 lumpia each, which are the deep fried Filipino spring rolls. Absolutely delicious. They had a dipping sauce, sort of like a spicy vinegar. Had little chilies in it. And then we each had the same thing, which was a shrimp ceviche, because I wanted to order the pancit, which is this rice noodle dish with cabbage. So, and she was in the middle of making it. She's like, I'm making a fresh batch. It's not going to be ready for a while. And so I didn't get a chance to get the pancit. So tonight, I'm making Pancit Bihon and dedicating this show to Kyat. So let's head over to the board, see what we have, and let's get started on this fantastic Filipino dish. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Here's our ingredients for the pancit. Start with, I'm going to use chicken, and I already sauteed that off in the wok. I cooked that. I didn't want to burden you guys with raw chicken, okay? And some chicken stock, about a cup there. That's about a ½ pound of chicken. I cooked a pound, but I want to make some chicken salad. So that's about a ½ pound of chicken, 1 cup of chicken stock. And you know, I watched a bunch of YouTubes of this, and one thing, sorry, it's pet peeve time. I don't like to be a complainer, but I watched several where the recipes look so delicious, everything looked great, and then out came the carton of stock. Please, make some chicken stock. It makes all the difference in the world, okay? And the other reason for this dish is I wanted to just this harmony of produce. The Napa cabbage is coming in big time. I just made the kimchi. Carrots are coming up. Scallion. Actually, this dish calls for 1 onion. I think now this is my red Italian scallion. This, I believe, from where I pulled it, was supposed to be a red onion. I put in some Italian red onions too, and it didn't come to full size. So I'm going to use this as the onion and this as the scallion, because I have a little bit of an obsession with certain dishes. Everything here is out of the ground, okay? I don't want to use anything from the market. So red onion if you want, scallion, carrots, Napa cabbage. These green beans are just starting now. Boy, do I love these. The peas are done, but look at these. Haricot vert. Young, thin, beautiful. Oh, talk about quality control. That's also a little nostalgia thing for me, because I remember as a kid, we'd go up with my parents, and you know, my father's one of 13 Sicilian kids. We'd go with the whole family, his brothers, his sisters, all the cousins, up to Lucan Farm. I think that was the name of it, in the Poconos. And I remember picking fresh green beans. I can't remember who, one of the uncles or whatever. Try these, Bruce. Right off the plant. I wish I could remember who that was. Fresh garlic. So, soy sauce, oyster sauce, of course the Bihon noodles. So, I got a good amount of prepping to do here. A little bit of sugar. So let me prep up, clean. I gave everything a surface clean, but I really want to wash that cabbage, chop it up. Same with the veg. And I'll see you over at the wok. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Pancit Bihon, let's go. I got my wok screaming hot right now. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Now technically this would be peanut oil, but I'm using my extra light olive oil. And we're going to start with onion and garlic. Doing this like a stir fry. So onion, garlic. You guys, I get real excited when all this stuff is straight out of the ground. Ground to face. Let's go with a little bit of salt, some pepper. Oh, that aroma. Those fresh picked red onions. Okay, let's go with the rest of the veg. Our carrots, scallions, green beans. And of course, the thing that inspired this for me, the Napa cabbage. Okay, let's go back in with the chicken. And now let's start seasoning this up with our liquids. Soy sauce. Now, some of the recipes online, they'll tell you half dark, half regular. I only have the 1 Kikkoman soy, so I'm going with that. Of course, this, you guys know how much I love my Lee Kum Kee oyster sauce. Oh. I'm gonna lick the spoon. Now, of course, the stock. Now we're going to just bring this up to a boil. Here's something I learned many years ago from watching Ming Tsai. East Meets West. I was addicted to the show. Is taste the liquid, and that will tell you what the final dish is going to taste like. In terms of seasoning, if you need more salt, more pepper, that's fantastic. Okay, we're at a boil. Let's go in with our beautiful, the reason for this dish entirely, Bihon rice noodles. This is half the pack, so I still have a whole nother pancit to look forward to in the future. Rice vermicelli, Pancit Bihon, Kiat Kiat, get them submerged here so they soften up, and then I'll mix the whole thing together into one big happy Pancit family. Oyster sauce with the soy. These fresh veg right out of the ground. Can't beat this. Alright, I'm going to dispense with the spoon and pull out the tongs. There's motion going here. Those noodles absorbing all those flavors, drinking up that liquid. Mm. Okay, now I'm not as familiar with these rice noodles, and I don't really know what the protocol is, never having had this dish before. But I've cooked enough pasta in my life where what I'm going to do is check it for al dente. I can already see it's too hard. So I'm just going to let that cook. It's good because it'll finish cooking the chicken through. We are there. Heat off. I check my noodles. Definitely get some chicken in there. And I'm going to eat half of this tonight and half tomorrow night. Because, as I told you, I cooked twice the amount of chicken. So there's tomorrow's dinner. Because I'm going to make chicken salad for lunch tomorrow. So, dinner tonight, dinner tomorrow. Let's give it a go. Pancit Bihon. I'm just going fork. Start with the noodles, of course. Oh yeah. Chicken. I love these type of rice noodles. One of my favorite things to order, Chinese takeout, we used to get was the Singapore rice noodles. And that's what these are. The string beans, I picked those like 10 minutes before we started filming. Carrots, same. Scallions, same. Cabbage I pulled yesterday. I keep it roots down in a bowl of cold water in the fridge. Now, this is my first time with this dish, and I made it by studying various recipes online, YouTube channels, written recipes, the whole bit. So, is it completely authentic? I don't know. I don't know. Is it blowing my mind delicious? That I know. This one is for you. Kiat kiat. The rest of you, we'll see you all for the next episode. Come on, let's do it.